moving on to the movie review of the week. Now, this movie I saw during the break, probably when I was sick, and I saw Danny McBride on the cover, and it was on YouTube Premium for free, and it was called Arizona. And either I looked it up or it had a little synopsis. I think it had a synopsis when I clicked on it, and it talked about the housing market crash in 2008. That was like the background of the story. So, fuck it, I'm watching. It looks funny. Start watching it. The main character is Rosemary DeWitt as Cassie Fowler, I think. And she's a real estate agent in Arizona, and the bust just happened, the bubble, and so she can't sell a house. She's about to lose her house. She's divorced, and then you get her and her daughter beefing because she's a teenager. She gets to work, and her boss, who's played by Seth Rogen, his name is Gary. He's being a bitch to her, and then this customer comes, Danny McBride, who's like, bro, you told me that this house was gonna increase in value and this and that, and they get in an argument, and then they start pushing each other, and it's funny. And then, it's just like, they're not really fighting, they're kind of just like, But at some point, it just keeps going, and she leaves, and she just lets them fight. At some point, Danny McBride kind of accidentally and kind of on purpose, pushes Seth Rogen off because they're on the second floor of this business park thing, but there's not a lot of businesses, it's just them. So he falls and fucking dies. And then Danny McBride sees that old girl, because she's like in another office building, but she can see it. She saw it happen, and she just fucking shoot. And then he saw her, and they made eye contact, and she was like, yo, I didn't see shit, I'm not gonna. But he hit her, took her to his home. So then quickly this comedy becomes a scary movie. Now before this, you kind of meet the dad in the beginning. Her ex-husband is Luke Wilson. And then you also meet his girlfriend, who's Elizabeth Gillies from Victorious. And which I didn't realize it was her. And then later on, so it keeps going. And I don't know who's the kid and who's the Loli Sorensen is Morgan Fowler. I think Morgan's the daughter. So he ties her up, and then he's like, yo, I can't let you go. It was an accident, but he's like trying to be nice and shit. He has like a pillow thing on his face, and it's funny, but it's, kind of scary to say. At that point, it's just funny. And then at some point, his wife comes, and his wife is played by Caitlin Olsen from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She's hilarious, and she's just talking shit to him. And he fucking kills her on accident, on purpose. He regrets it immediately every time he kills somebody. And then eventually he gets her daughter, because he goes through her shit, gets her daughter. He didn't know she had a daughter because she was lying to him. He gets mad every time he finds out that the lady's lying to him. Eventually, they get away. She finds a cop, and it's David Alan Grier from In Living Color and a bunch of other stuff. He gets killed by Danny McBride. So that's scary. And then you have, let's see. So eventually, Luke Wilson, they come back, and fucking spoiler alert, so many people die in this movie. So many, like, you're like, nah, I want him to live. I want her to live. Fuck, even the girl from Victorious. The scene where I don't want to spoil it, but it's like, yeah, you're almost there. You almost got it. Crazy. And he didn't kill her. She died another way. But yeah, the main character survives, the daughter survives, so that's what matters. But the people that go is like, oh man, and the way that they escape him because he's still kind of dumb is funny. Like every time they kind of like get through and shit and avoid him in this dead neighborhood, there's like nobody living there. There was one house that was like a weed house, but nobody was in there, and yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, and it was incredible movie, incredible. I don't like horror films, you know what I'm saying? But that one was so fucking funny. Made up for all the blood and it wasn't too gory. It was just the right amount. Alright, we'll be right back with the Badass Woman in History. Maybe a flow, and we'll wrap it up. Stomach is growling. Alright, time to get serious. I had to take up